Hi everyone, it's Kerry and welcome back to my channel, and for those of you that are new here, welcome to the flock. So in my last couple of videos I've mentioned that I recently lost my full-time job, and that means now I'm having to really rein in my spending. Not that I ever spent an absolute shed load anyway, but when it comes to grocery shopping, I am still trying to be as healthy as I can, but on a much stricter budget. So previously, my husband and I, we used to get HelloFresh for 4 meals a week, and then do the rest of the things at the shops for normal things like toilet rolls and the other 3 meals a week that we have, because we try not to eat out too much or to order in too much. So it's been a little bit of a struggle, and I would say we probably spent 90 to £100 a week on groceries. We've had to strip that right back now to about £60 a week, so £30 each, and so I am just going to quickly share some of my tips with you so that you can try to eat healthily and also do that on a budget. Right, so first thing I do is I check what I've actually already got in my fridge and freezer, and I check any of the expiry dates on them and what I need to use up and when. Then I also then start checking over my veg. Now a lot of people will go by the date on the veg and chuck it out if it's past its sell by date or use by date, but I don't tend to do that. I tend to have a look, and if I think that they're still good for a few more days, then I'll use that towards a recipe in my when I'm planning my meals for the week. So I'll also check, I've already checked these already, that my tomatoes are still fresh, my onions are still fresh. I can still use the pepper that I've got in the fridge. They will last a lot longer generally than what you actually think. Right, so I have figured out now what I've got in the fridge and freezer, and next up I'm going to be having a look and seeing what recipes I can put together. Right, so as I said before, I use HelloFresh, but they still give you all of the recipe cards. So you've got your food items down the side here and then the amounts on the back. So I am lucky to have those, but there are plenty of other websites where you can get some really healthy meals from. I like Pinch of Nom, which is a really good website, quite healthy eating, and I think that's one that I found out when I used to do Slimming World a few years ago. So I've kind of picked out what I've got here that I want to eat, match that up with what is in my cupboards, and so now I am most importantly going to write my list of all the other ingredients that I need and get off to the shops. So I am back from the shops now, and normally I wouldn't go for like steamed veg in a pot that I can do myself, but because I've got a couple of shifts down the pub this week that are late at night or until late at night, I just need to be able to have something that's quick and easy to go for. So normally I would prep my own veg, but I've had to go for these. They were on offer. So one of the meals that my husband and I tend to have in the summer when it's hot and you don't really feel like cooking is quick and easy jacket potatoes, and sometimes we have that with cold meats as well, so kind of like a finger buffet style thing, and we have that with eggs and cucumber and salad. So that's quite a quick and easy dinner to have. So I'm not always the best at sticking to plan, but I do find that these really help me when it comes to trying to be that little bit more healthy. So I'll quite often have some Ryvita for lunch. I'll have 2 or 3 slices with a small packet of low fat crisps potentially, and I really love these ones. This is the fruit crunch ones, and because I have such a sweet tooth, I really find this helps. Now, I don't have chocolate spread and strawberries on top of them, as is in this picture, because that would kind of defeat the object of me trying to eat healthily. So these are brilliant. They're only £1.60 in Tesco's, and I find them an absolute godsend when I'm trying to be good, or if I am on my way out to go to the pub for a shift at night. I will try and eat 2 or 3 of these beforehand to kind of fill me up and keep me going. So when I'm going around the supermarket, I try to look for the deals, but I will only buy the deals if I would already have bought them anyway. Otherwise, that's a bit of a false economy, buying stuff that you're not going to need. So I always make sure that I look for the deals, just buy the ones that I need, and keep to my shopping list. Now, I do have an app on my phone that I do my shopping list with, and I find that really helpful and stick to it. Sometimes as I'm going around the supermarket, I'll remember stuff that I've forgotten to put on there, so I will do that. And then another thing that I do in quite a lot of supermarkets now is they have the scan as you shop. So as I'm going around the supermarket, I will keep an eye on how much I'm spending. So this week I only spent just over £52, which is about £10 less than normal, and that's because I'd already checked to see what I'd got in the fridge and the freezer, so I didn't have to buy as many items this week, and the majority of it again was food. I did have to buy a couple of other things, such as some micellar cleansing water. I found the cheapest one I could have for £4, and then I had to buy some more Panadol Extra, because as everyone knows, if you watch my channel for a while, I do suffer from migraines, and I was out of that. So that was just under £10, believe it or not, with the budget and the shopping. So I only really spent about £42–43 on food. Also, fruit isn't always as expensive as what you think it's going to be. So I've got bananas. I think I've got 5 large bananas there for 81p, so that's not too bad. And at Tesco at the moment, I know that they are price matching Aldi on a lot of their fresh fruit and veg, and I would always say that fresh fruit and veg, when it comes to preparing your meals, like I've got here with HelloFresh, it's a lot cheaper to cook your own meals if you've got the time to do that. These ones don't have to be necessarily long, so this one is only 25 to 30 minutes to do. And then again, this one's 20 minutes, this one's 25 to 30, and this one's 20. So I tend to have quite a bit of my staples like pasta and rice in the cupboards. Another thing as well is sometimes it's cheaper to kind of bulk up on your meats. So with the beef dishes here and also with the chicken dishes, I might sometimes get a slightly bigger pack than what we would do normally, and then I would divide it up and put it into bags and put the bits that we aren't going to use into the freezer. And then that also helps with portion control to make sure that you're not eating too much. And again, it just means that things are going to go a little bit further. So I've talked a lot about eating fresh and cooking fresh foods, so let's cook together. So that's it from Rocco and I hope I've given you some tips to try and eat healthily and also eat on a budget. We know that it's really trying times at the moment, and there is a massive cost of living crisis, which is why it's not ideal for me not to have a full-time job right now, but them's the breaks. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.